So, how are trees and air linked? That's another important link we want to make for our children, for our learners. That might be something that you realize or you understand inherently, but for them, we might need to help them make that link. Trees are very important to life on Earth. They create half of the world's oxygen. And what do we need to breathe? What's in our air that we need for life? Oxygen. Trees hold soil, they prevent erosion, they provide food and shelter for billions of animals. And how do trees provide shelter for us? Have your child start to pay attention to the wood in their home. This might be a good place for them to start to understand the importance of trees, not just from the perspective of what they do for us in terms of providing a house, but also realizing that we need them for our air, that trees are such an important part of our home and our habitat. Trees, they also provide shade on sunny days, and they help warm their immediate environment in the winter. They inspire us. They're beautiful, they're strong, they're noble. What other descriptive words can your learner use to describe a tree? What does the tree feel like? What do the branches feel like? What do the leaves feel like? What does the bark feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Is trying to learn the sound that the air makes when it blows through the trees. Especially if your learner has a tree that they particularly like, this is a great way for them to get to know their tree intimately. Listen to the way the wind moves in the trees. Listen to the pine cones pop in the heat. Go to your local paint store. Choose out a bunch of green paint chips. See if you can match those greens to those on the trees. And importantly, you don't need to be an expert at identifying tree species. I think children appreciate knowing that adults are not all these knowledge keepers, that we are learners alongside of them, so that we can both learn and teach at the same time. And this is a great way, too, to really start for us all to use our senses. Look at the different needles on a pine tree. How many are there? Are they in clusters? What's the difference between a pine needle and a cedar bough? Start looking at leaves. What are evergreens? What are deciduous? And then understanding how that all plays a role in photosynthesis. That might come a little bit later on for some of our learners, but understanding that there's a process by which our trees take carbon out of the air and provide oxygen, which we need to breathe, is a great starting point for connecting to and appreciating trees and why they are such an important part of our home, our territory.